Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to ZSR After Dark. Zelda Speedruns here late night with you for the Z2R, the Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Rando Tournament 2025 Grand Finals. We have Game 3 tonight. Series of 5 is tied at 1 each between Chadbert and Sawneyrath. Joined on comms tonight by Elendar and Nightcrawler. How are you two doing?
Sleepy but serviceable.
Mood.
Oh, see, I just woke up, so it's gonna be a great one tonight.
Man,
All right,
that must be nice.
I'll turn it over to you two, and we'll get this race going.
You're an American, though, aren't you?
I am. I'm sleeping at random times. It's a problem.
Sounds like a joy to me.
I had to wake up to watch some Zelda. Very exciting finals here. We're gonna have a new champion for this tournament, but not tonight. Game 3 of 5, all tied up. Really could be anyone's race. Both these runners have done spectacular this tournament. Both of them have taken out at least one previous champion on their way here, definitely proving that they belong here. And so at the end of the day, we're gonna have one racer a little bit closer to that championship.
That's right. And I see we got more guy in chat, Irene and Aaron. Nice to see y'all.
Should be taking off in just a bit with, I'm going to hope for, let's see some Vanilla Shuffle. It's max random. We got to get it sometime. All right, 3 lives.
Oh, lots of spells.
Lots of spells, no items. A bunch of miscellaneous spell items hanging on their inventories. You get 5 lives. I didn't catch the gem count. Or 5 hearts, 3 lives.
These guys are like second for second in the same position. What the
wow.
heck?
Both with the turnaround at the same time. We got Islands West.
Someone's not interested. Someone wants
Chadbert didn't want the town. Sawneyrath didn't want the side. He's here for hints. They don't need the spell, but there's 3 hints in 2 screens. A pretty efficient chunk of hints here. Or potential hints. Oh, maybe not Islands. Is this vanilla-like with just a lot of water early?
Oh.
Alright, Sawneyrath over 3 on hints.
It's looking a little bit more islandsy, but you never know.
Oh, he only get 2? Did he skip one of the first ones? He did. Okay. Just little John hanging out in the house there.
Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest. Some. I don't remember the rest of it. Yeah, I think at this point it's safe to say we're on islands, don't you think?
Yeah, there was a mountain range that was like 1 tile wide going across, and that's usually a sign of vanilla-like. But yeah, no, it definitely looks like islands now.
This is a little bit of a tough encounter here that Sonny found himself in. What? Pulled through pretty nicely and got 100 experience for his trouble.
Yeah, Chadbert has found Bagu's Woods, and I wouldn't be surprised if he digs around for Bagu on islands, being able to. Sonny just going east.
Yeah, Sonny's found his very simple connector to the east, so traversal's not going to be a problem today, unless Death Mountain or Maze Island are a pain.
Yeah, it makes sense when you already started with all 4 spells, but there's still plenty of items out here Chadbert's gonna look for instead. Gets a heart for his trouble. Not a bad pickup.
Ooh, a pea bag too. Okay.
I say I'd kind of rather have that $200 at this point.
Yeah. Oh, boots.
Oh, immediately rewarded.
You know, I would say that's to expect in an islands biome, but he technically didn't pick that up in islands, so.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, right? It's he got it, and it's gonna save him a ton of time on islands.
Oh yeah, that honestly, that's for every minute that Sonny has that Chadbert doesn't, he's gonna be picking up time. Or losing time, I suppose.
Still didn't get a gems check. These runners are pausing way too quick. Tried to spot it at the start here.
For us old men.
Yeah.
That's a tough moblin right there. $200 though.
I was saying, I love all these mobs that are very tough to kill in attack 1 that are like, okay, you did it. Here's your bag. Here's attack 2. Don't do it again.
Exactly. All right, found a tiny pirate.
Not a bad pickup. They still potentially need fairy, so.
Oh yeah, fairy is useful to have, and yeah, I worry when I don't have fairy. Okay, we got a palace here. Is that the first palace we've seen?
Think so. We also have Saria, and I mentioned that Chadbert might have tried to find Bagu, but he did not.
2 or 5 didn't check the statue, so guess we don't know yet.
I mean, if it is a 0 gemmer like Aaron suspects here, then you don't really care. You're just looking to up A.
Right. And Sonny here found himself the plunger, so with the boots and the plunger, he is ready to go get some money the old-fashioned way.
It's a different Major Zod Nintendo character.
I mean, come on, Link can pick up a spare job. He can pick up a few tricks from that Mario character.
Okay,
right?
Aaron confirming this 0 gemmer, so could be a quick one. I mean, we've seen.
Oh.
I was gonna say we've seen some absolutely brutal glove hunts on 0 gemmers before, but no glove hunt today. Sawney finds GP, and I mean, he's gonna go in.
A repeat of last night.
We get some 10 minutes here, then this is gonna be a quick one.
That would be insane.
Oh, okay, good news for Sawneyrath. Immediately finding a fairy block, so he knows he needs to hunt that down before he comes back.
That means we have to go east, because we have all the western spells.
Yeah. There's a hard fairy block.
Yeah, and also, you know, I mean, the experience doesn't seem terrible so far, but with no gems, that means no gem abusing. So they're going to go in here at relatively low levels, even if they do get fairy.
Yeah, Chadbert also gonna check it out. He's got gloves, so GP a lot more sensible for him, but he too is going to immediately up A upon seeing this fairy block.
Yep. I think he said, wow, or maybe why.
Yeah, Chadbert has a note up on his stream that this is a tilt-free zone, so we're gonna be nice and calm, think rationally, say, okay, time to go east, and that's immediately what he's doing.
Here we go. And he should get the boots here, so that'll be good for him.
Yeah, as long as he goes the same way Sonny did, there is a couple different ways you can go. But yeah, man, wow, even to the east, this it looks canyon east, these boots also extremely effective on.
Yeah, totally.
Sonny just gonna be hunting for towns. Here's a town. Wrong town.
Interesting. I think Chadbert might be hunting 200-point P-bags. We've seen a couple in the drop pool so far, so he might be onto something.
It's very reasonable. I mean, he's gonna have to cast fairy, not a guarantee at 4 bars magic 3.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Rude blue jars.
Oh, well, say hi to the River Devil.
Say bye to the River Devil.
Next town
Jump
check.
down.
Just jump.
I definitely want to go here. Do they have jump? Okay, cool.
Jump is nice. Upstab is also important. You can get that along the way.
Yeah. Good to have a child to turn in at this point.
That means we're looking for one of the Kasudos. We hold the fairy today.
You are here for saving my child. I don't believe her. Child? Her child. Really? She's like 105.
He's not a spring chicken either.
No, he's not. Well, you know what? Magic can do all sorts of things these days, you know?
Yep.
Maybe that's what these old men are here for. They're just like a fertility clinic.
Hey,
Chadbert strong.
Chadbert finding a third town and three-eyed rock down here.
Alright, we're gonna check. Oh god. Oh god, the pain. I don't think Shield's gonna do it. Alright, got a stab. I love stabs.
It's dash, okay. Not fairy, but welcome.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Maybe a bit tricky to cast since our runners are so low on experience. Sawneyrath especially made 2-1-2.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, like, imagine he finds fairy right now. It's like, do you go to GP at 2-1-2? I think you have to at least far out enough to cast fairy.
Yeah, that's brave. I mean, that would be really brave.
Oh, Orangeless Alphos.
You know what they could do? They could go to Maze Island and get Thunder castable and just go in and out of the palace, and you find a good spot to do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you can find a good spot, find somebody who's worth something, just blast some Thunder for a bit, and
assuming that the Maze Island palace has a jar that could drop.
You could blast some Thunder. I would have probably Thundered. I guess I probably can't cast Thunder Magic 1-4 of ours, but
right, yeah.
Saying these Orangeless Alphos rolled sword immune, but still vulnerable to the old Thunder spell.
Exactly. More evidence of 200-point P-bags in the small drop pool.
It seems like it's just 200-point P-bags and blue jars.
So I'm thinking Nukasuto's going to have this fairy spell. Possibly. I think that's a strong chance, and they can get 2 items in there. Well, they won't, but...
Yeah. Oh man, more Groundless Alphos.
It's going to take a long time to kill that with attack 2. And not wanting to get attack 3.
I think that was more a concern about his life being low and wanting the refill than...
Yeah. Yeah, attack 2 is best stab, that's right, Desi. Or did you mean upstab? He's calling it right now, he's gonna go back.
I think this is just he wants to check the other end of the canyon, so he's just gonna up A rather than walk all the way back.
And that's good, because he should go in the other direction, which should get him the boots, which will be nice.
He's gonna be angry when he finds them.
Is he, like, intentionally avoiding that cave? I'm pretty sure they're in that cave that's right on screen, right?
Yeah, it is right on the screen. I mean, you could, it could be a pass through. You don't know. Yeah. Certainly pointing.
I mean, they're not strictly necessary, right? And honestly, Chadbert taking extra encounters is probably not the worst thing.
Yeah, it's just a little sad that Sawneyrath found it instantly, and Chadbert has found it never.
It feels like it's going to be that way for a long time. Okay, I see a big bridge over there. What are we thinking of it? That's a weird place for a bridge, too. Is that like Death Mountain into a corner that doesn't go anywhere?
Could be. Sawneyrath, back on the west, he's looking for downstab. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Basically the only thing left on the west for him to care about at this point, but it's certainly worth caring about.
Yeah, he has his jump spell, so he can go get downstab. That'll make everything easy.
But I don't know if he knows where the town is.
Oh, Chadbert's gonna have difficulty getting around that river devil because he doesn't have the flute or anything really. Yeah.
Well, the good news is he's rapidly running out of places he can go that aren't the cave with the boots.
But I mean, I feel like he thinks he went there because that's why I keep skipping it. Oh no. Okay.
You know what? If he does think this is a pass through, he might be thinking, well, this passes past the river devil, so
it could be.
Now it's worth doing for him. Immediately discovered this is not a pass through, but it will get him past the river level.
Indeed. You know what would be interesting? You saw that bridge up to the upper left corner of the map, right? If that could be like Death Mountain to that bridge, or even Death Mountain to Maze Island to that bridge, and then Hidden Kasuto is there, New Kasuto is there. That could be pretty wild. Because we haven't seen New Kasuto yet.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned before how, theoretically speaking, zero chambers are real quick, but practically speaking, sometimes they turn out to be just as long, if not longer, than normal siege, just because, the overworld can always just troll you.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like these guys have checked most of the Eastern Continent. But there's always something that's obvious that you miss, right?
Yeah, and Sonny's going to be able, now that he's checking the southern side, he's going to be able to explore a little bit more thoroughly, because he's going to have the boots when he's down there. Wow, both runners taking a death in the same encounter.
Now, Chadbert, this is a no-tilt zone, remember?
Yeah, oh man, Aaron with a good point. I mean, Chadbert saw Three-Eyed Rock when he was down south in the east here and was not able to open it. If flute is our key in this seed, it's gonna be funny. That's the only thing I can say about it, right?
It's gonna be funny. I don't think necessarily just getting into GP is going to be the end of the race, because at their levels, it's gonna be quite a challenge.
But anytime the flute ends up having some value is it's pretty great.
It's a time of joy. As Mary, what's her name? Mary Kondo says, like, does it bring you joy? Is that? Am I getting this right?
Yeah, the flute is a joy bringer for me. What do we got? We got Wilson. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
It is the most common thing to do on a Three-Eyed Rock, because it's a lot of Wilson encounters in the pool.
Chadbert with the game over. I'm thinking he's going to explore some more of the west, but that actually wouldn't be the worst idea, because he could get the child, which would get him jump. But not doing that, going back to east. Again, that's not bad either, because, once he gets fairy, hypothetically, he can get upset down south.
Hypothetically, it's here, and he can get it at who knows where.
Okay, encounters on forest are pretty nice here in this area.
Chadbert gonna go back to that northern section equipped with boots, see if he can get a little further up there. Well, what's on a water tile too?
This yet, have we?
Yeah, no, we couldn't check it.
Money. Wow. $20.
$20. Thanks.
Have we seen that from a dropped P-Bag yet?
I don't think so.
Well, okay, a little love. They're not looking for love, though.
Yeah, I mean, you do low stats GP, you're not going to be upset about it, but...
For sure. See, look, that's really suspicious over there.
Yeah.
I don't see anything, so it could be nothing, but...
There's a raft tile down here. That could be interesting. We're looking to reconnect all the way up to the north.
Yeah, considering neither racer has found New Kasuto yet, or, whatever.
Yeah.
We've seen
worth mentioning.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's New Kasuto's the last one for sure.
Okay.
Worth mentioning, now that we've seen some more of this content, this is absolutely, actually vanilla-like.
What?
Yeah.
Vanilla-like, yeah, okay. Yeah,
yeah, on the east. That big water that crossed the whole top made us think it was canyon, but that bridge at the top, the canyons only have two sides. So any bridge or raft that spawns, it's going to have to spawn on, the one end of the canyon or the other. But here we've got a bridge and a raft on the opposite two ends.
Yeah, true.
Which not a huge thing, but
yeah, you know,
okay,
I like Vanilla Light quite a bit.
Chadbert did find a way to get to the other end of this northern section,
Really?
So unfortunately, it appears to be nothing. So the trolling continues here. All we gotta do is find New Casino.
Yeah, it's gotta be here somewhere.
I mean, we still haven't found our Hammer Rock forest,
Yeah,
so...
Is New Casino the hidden location?
Yeah.
Is it that could be a thing?
I mean, what's under the New Casino? What's under the the New Casino tile that you have to hammer down is random. But
could you imagine? Could you imagine? New Casino is New Casino, but it's blocking the only thing they need to go into GP, and we gotta find Hammer. And
yeah,
that shit is gonna be in like P5 or something.
This disregard glove hunt. Hammer hunt is my new best friend.
Oh my god. I'm glad it wasn't the flute, because that would have made this a real short game.
I mean, this is as far as zero jammers go. This one's been a blast.
Yeah.
Where and have we even seen that forest tile?
No. Is there a possibility that VOD could be bleeding into some other block that has the town or a forest tile that you break?
It shouldn't be possible. I'm never going to say, anything is 100% not possible because hidden locations are weird and dumb.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any sort of weirdness with that.
Okay.
A number of releases ago, this was back in one of the early 4.3s, I reworked how Valiant Death worked to be generated a lot earlier in the process, which cut down on a lot of the dumber situations, right, where it was the Valiant Death was intersecting with things it shouldn't be. Right. So, again, I'm never gonna say it's bug free, but
it's a lot cleaner and more consistent now.
Yeah, I haven't seen any, at least not on the main branch. Haven't seen any New Casino issues in a while. It's probably just hiding. So I mean, a dash incredibly expensive Magic 3, but
yeah, no, I mean, you know what that tells me? That tells me God himself wants you to go to Death Mountain.
Apparently.
It's gonna be vanilla hammer location to vanilla hidden location, which is New Casino, which has fairy, and then that's how we do it.
Yeah, but man, I'm kind of surprised with how much exploring they've done. I haven't seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen a solo tree. In that area where Chadbert was, there was technically one solo tree that I noticed.
Yeah, but wasn't it up against a wall?
Yeah, it was. Is that excluded?
Yeah, they should. So, again, potentially barring some weirdness with placement of Valiant Death. It's supposed to be completely isolated. There should be a single terrain type that is all the way around the tree.
And that terrain type can't be rock, can it?
No.
That'd be hilarious, though, wouldn't it? No.
No. If there's bugs, I'm gonna be upset.
No, I haven't seen a bug in a long time, except for the magic carpet bug, and that should never be taken out.
I have some bad news for you.
What? No!
If it was only cosmetic, maybe we would be less concerned, but it could cause some logic bugs. So I've already had at least one seed that people had found just in a casual race that it soft locked people out of.
How?
When it happens, it changes the orientation of pass-throughs. So if you have a north-south pass-through and that bug happens, then it becomes an east-west pass-through, and it can cause you to get kicked out into a mountain.
Okay.
And as a short-term fix, there's some code that prevents those scenarios from occurring, but there has been some discussion of fixing it for the future, so...
Oh, so...
I know.
I understand... I know you want to make it up to me, right? And there's so many ways you can make it up to me. I think I have a list on...
Oh, hey, there it is! There's New Kasuto!
What? Where? What?
Sony saw it. It's all the way west central, all the way up against the coast.
Okay, how the hell did he get there?
That's an excellent question.
We might need the raft. Oh no, raft can't lead to the same map. But it could lead.
We haven't seen. We've seen one of our caves leads from west to east. We've seen the bridge and the raft, but we haven't seen the second cave. So you could have to go, say, in a hypothetical world, raft to DM, and then find the second cave in DM that takes you to that final segment of the east, where New Kasuto is.
I'm absolutely telling you, they got to go to DM. I'm putting money on that.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be that you got to take the right path through and you got to walk there. Now that Sawneyrath knows where it is, that's a really big, right? Like, once you know the position of something, you be okay. Can I get to it from the south? Can I get to it from the north? Can I get to it from this pass-through cave that Sawneyrath is in right now?
Now remember, I said fun bucks, right?
I mean, I want there to be some ultra chaotic, double segmented nonsense too, but I don't at all blame our runners for being sensible first, trying the pass-through cave that's pointed in the right direction.
This seems like a good way to get there. It seems like they're in the right area. No.
No. Okay, just a little bit of troll, not a whole lot of troll.
But it's still trolling Chadbert.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy spot to find.
True. What could make this miserable for everyone? Nothing.
I mean, GP. It doesn't require much more explanation than that. Potential
Jared
long
not
GP.
even castable yet, right? So that's a little bit of misery.
Yeah, also, it's 26 minutes in and Sawneyrath is 233. Yeah. So, GP absolutely not going to be easy.
Did he not check how much it costs to cast?
He did not. It is...
That's cheap. That's cheap.
Wow, that's really cheap for Magic 3. That is...
Yeah.
It's still only one cast per life, but... He's got enough... Somehow, at Magic 3, 4 bars, has enough for both Fairy and Thunder. Obviously not at the same time, but...
Yeah.
There's some good luck on the Magic rolls.
Does Sawny have Dash?
I don't know. I think he does.
Because that could be something useful that Chadbert has over him.
Alright, well, Chadbert had picked up his child earlier in the west. Now going to pick up his upstab, going to pick up his jump spell. But yeah, here we are, 20 minutes after Sawny's first attempt at GP. We're going to get more than one screen in.
Oh, speaking of which, yeah, if we take out the magic carpet, can we put double jumps in? Double jump spell?
Maybe in a future release.
All right, that's as good as I'm gonna get, I think. Replacement for the jump spell, double jump. Like in Smash Brothers, that kind of double jump.
Ooh, 50 points for the Bago Bagos in GP. So if we're looking for a farm, this might be a better one.
Holy crap, 50 for a fish?
Yeah, and they've And they've still got the 200-point bags in the... Sawny immediately knows which one of the chickens has the 50-50. Yeah, come on.
Out of all of
and he stabbed it from the front. If he wanted to be safe, he could have stabbed it from the other side to, to be safe. And he's like, no, it'll be Red Jar.
This guy knows. He's pre-played, He's got all of the memory, that's currently being utilized, like memorized, and it's updating in his brain. Like he knows what everything is going to be.
Well, this room.
This is gonna be a blue jar. My next drop's a blue jar.
This room that Sawneyrath is in is terrifying. Those jumps are
it's scary.
That first jump especially has killed me so many times that I don't blame him for just casting Fairy.
It's like the dark version of that vanilla room, right?
Yeah. Just a little funky. Oh no! He cast Fairy and now he doesn't have enough magic, and this is... Right? This is what we were talking about. These levels are not good, so he's gonna presumably just go up and left instead. Yeah. What are you gonna do at this point?
I was thinking picking up the Fairy might have been not the right play because he might have had to kill himself there anyway, but I guess he's got up and left to do.
Yeah. You might as well. It wasn't too far back to there. I think there was another left or something at the... Can you jump spell?
Okay.
He's gonna try and lure him into the lava. Okay, that's smart.
That would have been really hard to pass.
Save your magic. Okay, Chadbert finally finding Fairy Spell. So he's going to be in GP as well in just a second here. Probably going to take a detour for downstab.
Oh, smiley room. I would rather go left than enter a smiley room at 333.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it's if it's a smiley room that you can cheese, he does get the bird up on the brick, but loses it.
It's pretty nice. Okay. Oh,
it's not the worst attack 3. Took it down without too much effort.
Yeah, that's true. Their levels are pretty good overall, like their magic level and their attack level.
Yeah, I mean they don't the numerically they're not that good, but they seem to have rolled pretty decently for what they are.
Yeah.
Of course, the spicy chicken taking 25 stabs or something like that.
You gotta take your time with the spicy chickens, Chadbert's still kind of struggling here to find.
I mean, he's just getting downstab.
Yeah.
Before he goes back to GP. I think he'd be crazy not to do this. Partially because downstab is at least moderately likely to be required, and partially because it's just a skill in the game.
Yeah, we've already.
Apologies to upstab enjoyers, but
yeah, I am one. Oh god, that's embarrassing. It's not embarrassing as in it could have been done better. It's just anytime you get killed by a bubble, it's like, I don't know. They deal like 2 damage, Well, now they're gonna deal 1 damage. Now that he has life 4, he's living He's living on Easy Street right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, Easy Street goes left.
True. Honestly, picking up Magic 4 might have been... Actually, I don't suspect Fairy's going to go down again at Magic 4.
Yeah, Magic 5 is usually where it starts to go down a bunch, and yeah, it's so low already.
Got out just in the nick of time before he got his back cooked.
Yeah, except now he's going to have to come down through this, and just gets hit. Alright, and I didn't get a time, but looks like about 4 minutes behind is Chadbert here, also entering GP.
Keep in mind, I don't know if you had enough magic for this, but in the future, if you cast Reflect, you can block those fires with your shield.
Or at least, shield spell. Yeah. He's gonna shield spell plus fairy and just body his way through it. Chadbert gets the good news about 50 points. We'll see if he wants to do any farming here.
Nope.
Answer
200
no.
points on the screen, but nope.
Not interested. I don't blame him.
Oh.
I mean, even without having spent as much time in GP here, he's pretty close to levels. The
So
bird
many
coming from
guys.
behind. Yeah.
One life to live now. This is so dangerous. Oh god. No magic on Chadbert's screen right now.
I think what he needs to do is the very lame thing, which is break himself. I guess he can. Never mind. He's
Yeah. that
got to
wasn't
jump
very
to
lame.
now. I was gonna say you can break yourself down to a 4-block stack and just slowly stab away at the. He said, yeah, this first jump. Let's talk about Chadbert. It is not an easy jump
Yeah, it looks way easier than it is.
because the ceiling is so low that it limits your jump.
Exactly.
And he's gonna unfortunately find the same thing Sawneyrath did. That you ferry across that room, you can't go through the door.
That's sad because he just took a death, right? He just took a death, and he can't take advantage of that fact, but he's gonna do it. Oh, by the way, thanks again for you guys fixing the vacuum lava.
Oh yeah, obviously not gonna be fixed for a bit. So Sawneyrath, he was back to start, right? Yeah. And I think we're gonna see some farming. Well, no, we're not. Every time I say anything, it's wrong.
Yeah, me too. I was banking on it being Death Mountain required. Oh my god, so much damage, so much magic lost. This GP is taking a heavy toll on every resource they have. It might be whoever breaks first mentally loses, right?
Yep. Okay, here's a divergence from Sonny. He's thinking, alright, this GP sucks. Here's a left. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna gamble.
You know what? Going left is better than not going anywhere.
It's certainly better than fighting a bunch of chickens in stupid spots, he says, waiting for the chicken to show up.
100%. And I mean, there could be a loop in the palace where, let's say going right is the solution, but there could be a loop, somewhere left that gets you the same place.
Yeah. Chadbert, finally proving it right. He's the first one to actually sit down and do some farming. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, it looks like he's just going to get attack 3 and leave. But still, the difference between attack 2 and attack 3 on, especially if you get a fight like a Thunderbird, it's big. It's real big.
I approve. And Sonny not wanting to go down and face that king bot for a fairy, I don't blame him.
Yeah. Oh, good catch for Aaron. You get enough blue jars to have fairy castle. He's a pretty tame waffle. At least the first waffle isn't so bad. Just sort of. There we go.
Oh no!
Commentator's curse. Oh, you broke it. You gotta reset. Gotta reset.
It doesn't matter.
He's gonna try and jump up. It's a mess.
But look on Sonny's side.
Oh whoa! Meanwhile, here's a Dark Link. I absolutely love Max Rando, but not non-required Thunderbird is could be a little bit anticlimactic sometimes. But hey.
GG, guys!
Sawneyrath, first one into GP, first one to find the right way, not cursed by that key door at the bottom of the elevator. So, GG.
And that's the game. I wonder if Chad's gonna play for a bit, or if he's gonna come straight into
Is Sonny gonna go up 2-1 here, and we're gonna have to drag him down here. And we have Sawneyrath with us. GG.
Thanks, and all I have to say to that seed is LOL.
We were hoping at the end, once you had seen where because you both were struggling to find New Kasuto.
Excuse me for a moment. You're welcome, and I do not apologize.
I mean, you have nothing to apologize for. Like I told you in game 1, you really have nothing to apologize for, my friend.
Oh, I think you rolled this, and I appreciate the bad rolled seeds. I really do.
I mean, out of the bad rolled seeds, this one's glorious.
It was. It was like a train wreck, kind of.
Like the most beautiful disaster you could have. Because I saw that connector on the southern part of the east, did not think it would lead up to where New Kasuto was, and then when I was re-exploring the east, at least on the northern side, went all the way down on that dead end and saw that New Kasuto was hiding in that pocket over by Death Valley. The only thought that went through my head was that connector cave that I saw and did not go through on the southwest is going to be my way to New Kasuto.
Yeah, we were hoping we still hadn't seen the second continent connector cave, so we were hoping for some big troll where you gotta like go to DM.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it was just a big troll and not a giant troll.
Yeah, and I don't think we ever saw the forest tile for the hidden location.
Yeah, so I was looking around for that just in case it was going to be there, and that would have led me down to another rabbit hole of where's the hammer?
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, it's gonna be something stupid like they go to Death Mountain, get the hammer in the vanilla hammer spot, and then they're gonna go get the hidden location is gonna be the standard hidden Kasuto, and that's gonna be it. It's gonna be like a bridge from Death Mountain. It didn't turn out to be that complex though, but because we saw Chadbert go into that general area in the north before you actually, but he didn't see the town below him on the first time through. He went there twice before he saw it.
Oh, yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, I think he's calling now, so yep, there he is. Welcome, Chadbert.
Max Rando is going to do Max Rando things, and this was definitely a seed that it did Max Rando things.
Oh yeah. For sure.
So, the connector cave that was on the far west side of the southern portion of the east.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one that led you to Fairy.
Oh, I didn't explore that area because I was like, oh. Okay, well, that's alright. That's alright. I did find another way there. It just took me a while.
Oh, you found another way there?
There was another cave that went through to get to it.
Oh, okay. I must have missed how you got in there then. But that's cool, there were two ways in, but it kind of seemed very mysterious where the heck that New Kasuto was for a while.
Yeah, I even found the flute to check the three-eyed rock.
I found the flute as well to check Three-Eyed Rock. Good old Wilson tile.
Yep. And then I took a unfortunate death. I don't know how much further ahead Sonny was than me.
He was ahead in the beginning, but you went to that northern area where you could theoretically see New Kasuto from first, but you didn't see New Kasuto from there. Sonny got there second, and he did see it there. So I guess you saw New Kasuto after visiting that area a second time, right?
Yep, I found it the second time. I don't think I went through the cave the first time, and when I saw the connector over there, I was like, okay, whatever. I was still in, I need to find GP mode, and I got another palace over there, so I just wrote it off, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'll happen.
it happens. It happens.
I will say, shoutouts to a very free glove and very free boots.
I was hoping that you hadn't gotten one of those two, and I was gonna have that as my advantage, but Yep.
Unfortunately, Sonny found the boots basically as soon as the scene started.
Yep.
okay.
It was the hunt for Mito for downstab that sucked, aside from the hunt for New Kasuto.
Okay, yeah, if you found the boots, like, immediately, I didn't find them immediately. I found them as soon as I was like, I need to find the town, and, oh, I can't find it. So,
But I would
that's when I
argue
found the
that
boots.
compared to a normal race with islands, having the boots wasn't as much of a super advantage because you took more encounters, which is normally a bad thing, but there was 0 gems, right? So
Yeah.
Chadbert did have more levels at the beginning. Somehow Sonny came out ahead at some point, but taking those extra encounters was giving Chadbert the levels that would have made GP more comfortable. So it wasn't totally one-sided, at least at first. The lack of the boots. And there were very few places that you needed the boots to get to.
I mean, I think there was a pathway to be able to get to GP without the boots, but it just would have taken a very long time to do so.
I did it.
Nice.
See, I didn't have them until after I knew I needed fairy.
That would do it.
Yeah, I found the glove. I'm like, alright, I'm finding GP, I'm not checking anything else. Found GP, went in, I'm like, crap.
We need fairy. That was exactly what I said when I went into GP. I was like, oh, we're playing this game tonight. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, if I'd gone back and if I'd gone back to that connector and gotten fairy that way, I would have been right back in there. But it's alright.
And I only had like one path left in GP to take, so aside from that one path, I came pretty close to full clearing it.
Yeah, I don't think any of you guys saw what was past that locked door.
That was the path that I had remaining.
Wait, there wasn't another path though. Let me think.
So
I explored the locked door path.
First elevator down, there was a left. I took the right, and then I saw the locked door after I went down in that very, very deadly room that has the fairy on the far right. Saw the locked door, went up, took that left, and it looped back to start.
That's pretty rude.
I did find the loop around the locked door. Yeah, I'd have to actually check it out to see what it is, but that's fine.
I thought I saw you going the opposite direction compared to Sonic at some point.
Yeah, I just found the loop to the locked door.
Well, let's see. So that's Sonic pulling ahead there, but it's still anyone's game at this point. It's been pretty interesting. The games you guys have had have been pretty. They haven't been like as close, but they've gone back and forth, pretty quickly. I mean, like throughout, the body of the game, it's been pretty close, but it hasn't been a situation where like one of you is going into Dark Link's room as the other one's finishing,
I mean, I've said this many times while Chad and I have been practicing together. We are very evenly matched. We go back and forth all the time. So, with the record being as it is, it's one that I expect. And with our next race being on Wednesday, I'm expecting Chad to win that one. And then Game 5 is going to be the toss-up.
That'd be awesome. I would love it. It was actually pretty cool. At the beginning of the game, you guys basically spent the same amount of time paused, examining the menu, and beat for beat within like even 2 minutes in, no, let's say a minute and a half in, you guys were within half a second of each other, like taking the exact same directions and stuff. And then you guys split up, but it was like watching someone play a recording or something on both you guys' screen. It was so similar.
An actual mirror match.
Yep.
You found the left?
I found the left.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Ellendar, what did you think about it?
I mean, I think we talked about most of the things that we had saw when we were going through it. I mean, this is just very much a Max Rando kind of Max Rando type of situation. So my only concern is that I'm not going to be here on Thursday when we get a Game 5. So I'm gonna need you to win Game 4, Sonny.
I'll try.
Sorry about that. This is a can't watch the races bias on my side.
I love it. Well,
I'm gonna try to get it to Game 5. Gonna try.
Yeah, I want to see that Game 5, but maybe we can. I don't know. Where do you work, Ellendar? We can get you out of work.
No.
Aw, too bad.
Thursdays suck. But it's fine.
Well, yeah. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna suck for me, but today was a good day because I got to see you two play against each other. It was a very fun game to watch. I appreciate these awesome games you guys are putting on.
We had the red herring.
Oh my god,
time.
he was right there.
Yeah.
I could have done that if I'd just taken that left.
We had the red herring seed last night, and then, or not last night, Thursday night, and then this seed tonight. Red herring seed Wednesday again?
We'll see.
Sounds perfect to me.
Okay, finished it up.
Yeah,
that was.
well,
I could have actually. I still had the chance when I got there to take that. I just didn't go the right way the first time.
yeah, why don't you do that? Do that next time. Just go the right way. And don't get hit.
I mean, there's a reason why we call somebody in the community Animus always go the right way united. Shout outs to Animus.
I feel like I'm pretty good at predicting the right way, but I made a bad prediction today. And that kind of ruined my confidence. So I'm going to be sulking after this is over.
Yeah, but you still have one of my favorite rooms for this version of the Rando.
Oh yeah? You like that room? Nice.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be improved in the next version. I think if Ellendar updated the room to the new one.
I don't remember. Probably. We can make sure we do.
Okay. Nobody ever goes down, so I'm making it a little bit easier to not die when you go down.
Yeah, that's fair.
Guys, there's a jar down there.
I did it once. I did it once. I got the jar, then I died. It was very well played.
Yep. That's how it goes. You die if you go for the jar.
Oh well. Maybe just nobody can keep up with my glorious fingers.
Oh, by the way, Chad, 334 for the end.
I think
that's what I was.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We were impressed that Fairy and Thunder were both castable at 4 bars Magic 3.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That Thunder being castable at Magic 3 with 64 MP was amazing. But the Orange Lizalfos being invulnerable was not.
Yep. Especially since he had to jump over them.
Yeah. I died to it once and then I went, screw this, I'm using jump.
I didn't have jump till the end. I saw I was looking again for Nuke Suit. I'm like, all right, might as well get jump and upstep.
Yeah, if you took the up and left to loop back to the start. Oh yeah, you didn't need him. But if you took the up and left in GP at that elevator that had the locked door, you would have needed it.
Yep.
All right. I think that probably just about does it for this race. Yeah. Oh gosh. All right. Sorry. I thought I got an error. I thought that was that error that Eleanor was talking about beforehand. Any last comments on this race or anything else?
Thank you all for putting it on. I'll see if I can make it to Game 5.
Yeah, thank you all for putting it on. Cubs, yeah, don't apologize for the beauty of a seed that you roll each time. Because these seeds have been really, really good. And let's see if we can get Game 5. Because having the finals end on a Game 5 would be the best thing ever.
Absolutely. But maybe not on Thursday.
I mean,
it could be on Saturday, right?
I mean, if nobody can get a coverage, we can delay it a week, just to the following week. It's just 4th of July week, so I know vacations.
Yeah, there's that.
With it being 4th of July weekend, it's it may if we can't crew it Thursday, then we would absolutely have to postpone it until next week.
Yeah, we have to make sure that we have a crew for the absolute must-see grand finale, right?
Yep. That's how we do Italian Game 5.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Just end exactly on the same frame.
Each of you guys get half the chocolate trophy. All right, you want to take us out, Cubs?
No, not really. I'm good.
Okay. Well,
why would I expect nothing less from you?
I mean, I'm shocked that people expect more than that at this point. Look, y'all make my job easy. I just get to sit here and not pay attention for an hour. I appreciate that. GG, Sonny. Chadbert, well done. Looking forward to Game 4. If for some reason y'all here aren't following our runners, please go give them a follow on Twitch, as well as our commentators. Who the hell? Oh yeah, Elendar, Nightcrawler, and our tracker tonight, RG365. Okay, thank you, Twitch. You're a little slow on the uptake there. Keep an eye on ZSR schedule. God, I can't even make the joke. We may have stuff coming up later. We just hit midnight. I don't know what's coming up on the schedule for tomorrow. So take a look at that, and we will be back here with something in the morning, but I'm going to be asleep, that's for sure. Any final thoughts before we head on out for the night?
Be here for Game 4.
Yes.
It's what, Wednesday, 11 o'clock Eastern?
Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern. Be here for it. It's gonna be epic.
Wait. Did you just say be here for Game 4?
Yep.
Now you gotta do it.
All right, I guess I gotta just let that one go. God. Well, until next time, all, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for being here. Everybody stay safe out there. We will see you back here soon, but especially on Wednesday. Until next time, all, have a good night. See ya.